The best Christmas ever. Torn, wadded wrapping paper and empty boxes littered the floor. My gifts lay around me. New pajamas and socks, a toy sword and shield, and my very own fishing pole. All great stuff, but a little pit grew in my belly as I realized there were no more presents coming. I didn't get it. The number one thing on my list, the thing I had dreamed about, begged for. I didn't get my puppy. I had pictured it for weeks. My sweet puppy's head would pop out of the box, his wrinkled face all squished up as he stared at me. He would be my puppy, and I would be his boy. It would be the best Christmas ever. But it didn't happen. I knew he was expensive. I remembered the price tag in the pet store, but I couldn't help but hope. Do you like your gifts? Mom asked. I tried to smile. Yes, I said, and I did, but I couldn't hide my disappointment. I know you wanted that puppy, buddy. It didn't work out this year. I nodded, swallowing the lump in my throat. Mom sighed. Get dressed. I need you to do something with me. An errand? On Christmas? Let's go, she said. Still pouting, I got ready and ran out the door. The cold air bit at my cheeks and nose. This was supposed to be the best Christmas ever, but instead, it was turning into the worst. We drove down the road in silence. Finally, she pulled into the driveway of a little red house. Mom pulled 2 bags out of the trunk and handed them to me. I peeked inside. Presents? At the door, she knocked. Merry Christmas, she called. An old woman answered, hunched over in her nightgown and robe. Merry Christmas, her shaky voice replied. She looked confused as she opened the door. Come on in. I followed Mom inside. A single couch sat in the living room and nothing more. We brought some gifts, Mom said. It was only then that I heard the children playing on the floor. 2 of them, a little girl, no older than 3, and a boy who had to be around my age. They sat by a tiny Christmas tree, playing a hand clap game. When they saw us, they leapt to their feet. We have something for you, Mom said. Their eyes lit up. Mom gestured to me, and I opened the bags. With Mom's help, I handed 2 gifts to the little girl, then 2 more to the boy. They took turns opening their first gift, their excitement growing as they each opened a brand new pair of shoes. The little girl opened a new doll next, and then the boy opened a superhero action figure. They hugged their new gifts in excitement, then hugged me too. Thank you, the little girl said. Yes, thank you, the boy said. This is the best Christmas ever. As Mom and I turned to leave, Mom took the old woman's hand. You are all invited to Christmas dinner at our home tonight. We'll be back to pick you up around 5:30 if that works for you. The old woman's eyes filled with tears. Oh, I can't thank you enough. She tilted her head. It was you, wasn't it? You're the one who paid the bill so our heat would be turned back on yesterday. Before Mom could answer, the old woman pulled her into a hug. I prayed for you, she whispered. I prayed for God to send an angel to us this Christmas, and he did even better. She turned to me, taking my face in her wrinkled hands. He sent us 2 angels. We got into the car in silence. Mom turned the key, then reached over to take my hand. For months, I saved up the money for that puppy. I wanted you to have him, buddy, and I almost had enough to buy him. But then I heard about those sweet children who came to live with their grandma. She sighed, and when I heard their power was shut off, I squeezed her hand. I'm glad you spent the money on them, Mom. A tear slid down her cheek. You are? I nodded, and I meant it. As much as I had dreamed of that puppy's face, seeing the faces of that family, the bright smile on the kids, the tears that streamed down the old woman's wrinkled cheeks, that was better. The sun was gone when we pulled back into their driveway to pick them up for dinner. The kids were the first ones to run out the door, both wearing their new shoes and clutching their new toys. When I got out of the car, I was surprised when a dog ran to greet me. He jumped up, his dirty paws smudging my Christmas sweater, and I laughed. Where did you come from? He gave me a slobbery kiss over my whole face. The old woman's voice came from behind me. Oh, the dog is back. She shook her head. He comes around here all the time, looking for food, but we just can't feed him. Mom and I exchanged looks. Doesn't he belong to someone? Mom asked. No, he's a stray, the girl said. Our neighbor said next time she sees him, she's calling the dog catcher, the boy added. It's a shame, the old woman said. He's such a sweet boy. He needs a good home. I looked at Mom, my heart pounding. Mom? She knew exactly what I was going to ask. A smile spread over her face, and she nodded. That night, our home was full of laughter, and my heart was full too. I knew it was truly the best Christmas ever.